Army's new Strike Brigade concept being tested for the first time on Salisbury Plain last year. When they are fully formed, they will need a new home, and that home is to be Catterick.
Catterick is already the British Army's largest garrison. Now it's set to become even bigger. When everyone's in place, the town will see a rise from around 6,000 personnel to 9,500. That's an increase of 58%. Catterick will become half again as big in terms of personnel as it is today. But it's not going to happen overnight.
We're in the assessment study. That is at a very early stage of the project at this moment in time. They will develop options through the assessment study, which the military will select. From that, they'll look at the plans and develop those, and from that we'll work onto the construction. And construction will be delivered over a phased period of time. So in reality, we are looking at a number of years for the units to start moving into the Catterick Garrison. So it is not an immediate move, and it will progress over through to 2031.
What we are trying to do initially is to understand what Catterick has. So we need to look at what capacity it has and what condition the facilities are in. And then what we do is we then move that forward into what is required for the future and to identify what gaps we need to fill and therefore what we need to do to fill those.
In terms of what people will see from outside the wire, I think it will be quite negligible. I think most of the work is going to be done on site, so that will be refurbishment of some of the existing buildings, and obviously some new building will be undertaken, and making sure that we're actually undertaking it in a sustainable manner. But I think it's also worth noting the increase of personnel and their families. The town centre may start to develop.
With 3,500 more personnel, that increase in families will be significant. It's thought the numbers of dependents in Catterick will rise by well over 1,000, which will mean more school places, leisure and healthcare facilities will be needed. The Army is working closely with local authorities to accommodate this. But as well as working out what needs modernising and what needs building, the assessment study has many other things to consider.
We've got to look at the whole environment, so it's things such as ecology, it's protecting all of the flora, fauna and animals and insects that obviously reside there. And also on the archaeology side, it's obviously making sure that what we deliver protects any of the heritage and archaeology in the area. And we're also starting to plan to look at sustainability, so how we can actually make the estate better and actually make it use less power as we move forward.
Just over a week ago, the Chancellor and Defence Secretary visited Catterick to announce a £200 million injection into improving military accommodation. This, however, is totally separate to these plans to redevelop Catterick over the coming years. Catterick won't only be home to the Strike Brigades. 4 Infantry Brigade headquarters and Catterick Garrison headquarters will remain here, as well as the Infantry Training Centre. But whilst units themselves are moved around regularly, once the Strike Brigades are in place, the plan is they will remain in Catterick for the foreseeable future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.